Hello, this is H.G. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play The 4 Heroes of Light. Since last time, I took some time to upgrade my weapons here. The Sword of Light, get it up to level 9, that's the max that we can do. And same thing with the King Shortsword, which now I'm giving to Air, because I don't really need Justwa to have a weapon at all to do whatever he does, whether it's boss fights or random enemies. So yeah, he's pretty much just going to be support there, really. So now you could have upgraded the Darkness Staff for Air, and that would have been slightly better for her, but in the long run, the King Shortsword is going to be better. So, and I'll go over that when we get to the post game. But anyway, well, the next place we gotta go is Invidia here. Sun Temple, huh? Remember that for later, viewers. And by the way, I'll list the locations where I did all my gem farming in the video description there. Ah, okay, screw you then. By the way, when you're doing your gem farming, you probably still want to use the Mutsunokami, because some enemies are resistant to light, so that can be a little bit of a problem. But I wouldn't bother upgrading Mutsunokami. But anyway, well, apparently Rekoteh needs to get this dragon mark or something, but I don't know where that is. But anyway, well, let's see if the polar bear has any news for us. Oh, yeah, pretty much. We could just go into animal form, that would work. Or can we go halfway there or something? No. Oh, right, yeah, that guy just talks about the math minigame that I will never need to do again. There's not really much of a point there. Ah, for some reason I thought there was someone in the bed there, but no, apparently not. There's not much in the way of animals to talk to here, but I suppose that should be obvious. Yeah, the guy I passed up there, he's just the guy who says stuff about the 8 hidden items, which I already got here. We will have a new dungeon to go through for Invidia's quest here, though. Oh, and also I've rearranged my party as I have listed in the video description. Yeah, Brandt shows up here. Ah! Nuts. Well, maybe we can help her out. Well, we're inside. They got a stove right there. Keep yourself warm that way. Or you could just set something on fire. Or someone on fire. Depending on your preference. Ah! Nuts. Oh, okay. Well, what that's referring to is that using items to deal damage, like Poison Pill or just the magic items, they ignore defense, from what I've heard. Oh, okay. Well, first we gotta go get that dragon mark before going to the Sun Temple there. If you try to go to the Sun Temple, it'll say, hey, you need the dragon mark to get in. Well, yeah, what's going on with her? Does she have the blood of the hero too, or something? Ah, that doesn't seem quite right. The golems at Spelvia said Spelvia was gonna rule the world, or maybe he'll just give you a ride to get up there or something. But anyway, yeah, that just leads us to the minigame room. Okay, so in order to proceed onward, yeah, let's use the magic key. Oh, you know, I almost forgot. I need to save here, so that way I can warp out of here and end up, well, right here, instead of going all the way back to Spelvia. Yeah, you gotta do that if you want the Dragon Wing to work the way you want it to. So I've already got one in the inventory there for Brandt. But yeah, as far as alchemists go, or battle items, you could use them coming up here. But I don't want to upgrade a crown for just one battle. Or one or two, technically, I suppose. But yeah, it's totally not worth it. At least in my opinion. I figure, hey, let's upgrade the weapons. I was going to be doing that anyway, So we might as well do that now and just use the brute force method, which is easier and more efficient in the long run. But anyway, yeah, we gotta solve the puzzle here again, but, well, it's a little different than the first time we came here. Oh, okay. Yeah, so instead of turning them inward to face each other, you gotta turn them so that way they're looking at the next dragon to the right there, or clockwise like that. So that can be a little tricky, but fortunately they kind of just give you the answer here. So yeah, the lower right one, we want to do that 3 times. The lower left one is 2 times, and the upper left would be 1 time, and that should do the trick. Kind of reminds me of one of the Zelda Oracle games, Oracle of Ages, that was it. Kind of reminds me of one of the puzzles there. Well, yeah, actually there are some new enemies. I was going to say I don't think there's any around here, but no, there actually are. But anyway, now I'm going to go into my boss setup here. Almost made it here without a random battle. Holy cow. But anyway, yeah, pretty much the same setup that I've been using for a while now. Though you do want to make sure you've got the fire book, or the fire tome, put onto Brandt's commands there. So that way we can actually use Mystic Sword on that. If the boss lives long enough. It might not. But anyway, yeah, let's just get good spell focus going there. And yeah, let's get the flame gauntlets that'll stack with the Mystic Sword fire that I'm going to use here. And let's see. Yeah, let's restore some HP there. I should have brought more high potions. Whatever. We'll be fine. This is actually pretty easy. For boss time against an upgraded ice dragon. Okay, so while we have psyched up, let's start with Magic Infuse and Magic Might there. Try to get Lux and Mysterio going, just in case. But overall, yeah, even without Mysterio, it's still pretty easy to survive what the guy can do to you. Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, nice, we got that before Magic Might. Wow, look at that damage! Wow. Yeah, Magic Might can be pretty obscene. I didn't even get to use the rest of the spells that I wanted. Or abilities. But yeah, if the Ice Dragon had survived, like I didn't get Lux in before Magic Might, I probably would have used Mystic Sword Fire and Spell Focus Sphera, and that would get the job done too. But evidently I didn't need to do all that. But yeah, that's what happens when you upgrade your weapons like that. Oh, yeah, we've had one for a while. We stole it from your dad. In the future! So, did she take it, or do we still have it? Or we could have just set the door on fire and broke our way in. Well, evidently you're wrong. We got it from a Dragon Quest game. Well, you're wrong. Did you even make the key yourself? Ah. Okay. Well, never mind. Yep, we're gonna totally take over the world. Pay no attention to that, though. Well, yeah, we all kind of live in his empire, don't we? Okay, well, never mind then. Oh, I would think you guys would be used to it by now. Oh, okay. Well, now we need to head south to get to the Sun Temple there. Well, you are a dancer. I mean, that is a decent job class. I used that in one of my test runs there with the King Shortsword. Yeah, you can deal a lot of damage with that. But anyway, yeah, let's get back into our previous setup there for going through the Sun Temple. I wish they kind of made the place look like a temple on the world map, because otherwise it's a little tricky to find where it is. I was looking for, like, well, I don't know, a temple or a shrine icon or something remotely useful. But it is to the south, so, I mean, I guess there's only so many places you can investigate. But anyway, okay, let's... Now, I definitely want to get back on the Confusescapes, because there's a few enemies, including the boss at the Southern Temple, who can inflict confusion on you, so you want to watch out for that. And of course, I already got the Shield of Light for Unita, so I'm not really worried about that for her. And of course, make sure you got ice shields and everything. But I really don't need to change my setup for going to the Sun Temple as opposed to the underground area there. But I do want to bring a few high potions this time around, just in case. Man, the encounter rate sure took it easy on me in the first dungeon there. Let's see how the second one goes. Yeah, for some reason in this valley or crater, whatever, yeah, you can't see the dragon's shadow down there. Kind of weird. You kind of have to just estimate where you're gonna drop down to. But anyway, yeah, this is what I was talking about before. You won't be able to, well, climb up there or anything. So you put that there, boom, we can move on. The first floor, well, the first couple floors actually are pretty straightforward. There's no branching paths or treasures or anything like that. There is a good reason why I'm doing this one now, though, because not only is the boss pretty tough, also we get a particular item that'll be useful in the next dungeons. Well, not really a dungeon, more like the next boss fight after this one, that is. And the rewards from that one aren't really that good anyway. But we do have a new enemy here. Okay, Gorgon. Let's see, these guys can, well, this one can confuse you and possibly petrify you, unless you kill her first, and then you're all good. She has no elemental weakness or resistances or anything that I'm worried about. Okay, we got another new enemy up front there, Scylla. Let's see, she is weak to fire, but I think Brandt's gonna take care of that. So I'll have Air try to take out the Lilith, who does not have any elemental weakness. But yeah, you see, even though she's resistant to light, I don't even care, because I just deal so much damage. It's really not worthwhile to upgrade a non-elemental weapon in Brandt's case. I mean, it's no King's Shortsword in the long run, that is, like the post-game and stuff, but it's the next best thing. Its base stats are just so good. It really help you out a lot. Kill the enemies faster. Let's see, about Scylla, let's see. She can also confuse you, just as the Lilith there can. So, yeah, those are the really dangerous enemies. I really don't want to have to deal with that. But anyway, okay, now this floor is a little mazy, but nothing extraordinary. But I do want to get all the treasure around here that I can. Whoa! Oh, hey, you escaped from Final Fantasy VI, huh? And 13, for that matter. I'm trying to think of any other Final Fantasy games that had growth eggs. Did 12 have one? I forget. Oh, nope, not that way. Yeah, 12 had so many items that, yeah, I lose track of all of them. But that's okay. Oh, yeah, that just that lets you potentially petrify an enemy with your physical attack, but I never really use any of those rings. Debuffs are kind of a waste in this game, but that's the reason why I wanted to come here now, because, yeah, we would really like to have that instant death protection for Unita coming up. But anyway, yeah, now let's get back to our boss setup here. I'm pretty much going to be using the same setup that I did before. This fight will just take a little longer. But yeah, I suppose if you really wanted to, you could use the Alchemist job class and then just load it up on bomb fragments, and that could get the job done. But like I said, I didn't want to change my setup or my approach just for one fight, which really isn't even that hard anyway. The Ice Queen just has a ton of defense and fit magic defense, far more than even the final boss has, or just about any other boss, really. Let's see where we can find her. Kind of reminds me of Dragon Quest V here. Well, why is that? Well, I think I can warm you up. Can we defeat her? Find out next time on Let's Play the 4 Heroes of Light. This is H.C. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day.